Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I've got another Easter nail design and we'll be only doing 4 nails in today's nail design. So starting off, I'm showing you guys the 2 gel polishes that I'll be using to achieve today's set. The first one is in the shade 1323 and it's a gorgeous simple white and it's from the company called Cloud Beauty. If you watch me, you know I absolutely love their company. And the second gel polish is of course from Madame Glam and it's called You're the Pink, and it's this gorgeous, almost like a kind of in person it gives me like a peachy vibe, but it is this gorgeous corally, maybe even, I don't know, it just feels like different lightings give it a different kind of color, but it's a pinky kind of color, but it's absolutely beautiful and I felt like it works perfectly with today's set. And here I'm showing you guys some Glitter Bells white. It's one of their unbelievable gels and I'll be using that to create some nail art. So starting off, I'm going to apply my base colors, and what we'll be doing is having 2 Madame Glam gel polish nails and we're going to have the other 2 in the shade white. So I think I'll only be showing you guys me applying the first layer of it all, but I will be doing another layer off camera. And also I think I was struggling overall with this video when it comes to filming it. I don't really know why. So normally I'll show you guys me painting one of the nails. For some reason I decided to do 2 on camera, and then I got a bit frustrated and went off camera because my stand just won't keep the actual little, like the magnetic stand bit won't hold the tips very well, so it moves about very often, so I was getting a bit frustrated there. And so now we're on our 3rd nail and we're just going to apply the white, and like I said, once that one's applied, the next clip you're going to see is basically all of them with their 2nd layer of color. So they're going to be super pigmented, super nice, and then we're going to be able to start with our nail art, which is super exciting. So here's what it's looking like. I believe that, yes, so they're going into the lamp and I left the first pink nail, and so I'm going to sugar that nail and I'm basically applying that glitter on top of the uncured pink 2nd layer kind of. I know some people do that on a not cured like top coat. I don't know why I always do it this way. Since I've like found out about the top coat method, I have been sometimes using it if I remember, but I don't know if there's any benefits or any drawbacks from what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. So we're just gonna cake it on there. That's what it's looking like. I love literally doing those nails. Sugared nails are my absolute favorite. You probably know because I keep literally sugaring nails all the time. I feel like all of my recent sets have sugared nails and it's always the same glitter. I keep using that same like see-through whitish kind of glitter. I just love it. It's such a universal like glitter. I just love it. So now that I believe it's gone into the lamp, or not, maybe not. So the colours are cured, the glitter nail is not cured just yet, and you find that I'm applying some matte top coat on all 3 of the remaining nails, but I made a massive mistake and I was so frustrated. That day just wasn't working out for me. So I am, as you can see, running out of my matte top coat, and I ended up top coating all 3 nails to then realise that actually one of them needs to be top coated later because I needed to apply some decals. So I was so frustrated because I have to wipe it off and I just wasted some matte top coat when I'm already like running out. So it was a bit frustrating, but never mind. So I'm just going to finish up with that, and then once I've realised that, oh no, I wasn't meant to top coat one of them, I do end up taking it off the stand. I believe I show you guys me wiping it down. It'll be one of the white nails I ended up taking off. There's me wiping it down. I'm using some nail cleaner onto my little lint-free wipe and then just scraping that off quickly. And then we're going to use some decals that are homemade. I made this little decal. I think it's so cute. And I felt like it was such a cute little Eastery set. So I kind of wanted to keep this nail design very simple, which I think it is. I mean, as long as you've got a dotting tool and some liner brushes and a bit of crystals, you should be just fine. So here I'm just dipping it into some water. And I ended up actually not leaving it in there for long enough. So I'm struggling. Normally this is so much more easier. But it just wasn't my day at all. So eventually I get it off. Luckily nothing ripped. And it's one of those nail decals that I ended up printing on a white paper, which was a bit frustrating. It would have been so much better if it was on a clear. But it's still fine because we're placing it on a white background, so you won't literally be able to see. When I'm first placing it down, you might still be able to see. But the moment you apply some top coat, it literally almost like the harsh line just vanishes. And it's super good. So I'm kind of placing it where I wanted it. I wanted it kind of on the top half of the nail. Then I'm pressing it down, and as the sticker kind of dries from the water, it kind of just sticks better and it won't move, which is super nice. So whilst it's still wet, I love moving it about still whilst I'm in that little process of it drying, because sometimes I just like that ability to do that, basically, because sometimes I place it down and it's not exactly where I wanted it. So I like the ability to do that, but once it dries, it's kind of there. And that's what it's looking like. And as you can see on the sides, I had little bits sticking out, so I did go off camera and quickly chop that off. And then it's time for our matte top coat, which was the moment, you know, the one I ended up using a bit too quickly. So now we can quickly apply the matte top coat, and then that one can finally go back onto the stand, and the whole set can go into the lamp, and we'll be able to see all those nails now matte top coated, which is great. And then after that, we've got 2 more nails to work on, because at this moment in time, we'll have the Easter Bunny nail done. The glittery nail is done. We've got 2 more to work on. So this is all matted now. So I'm just moving them around to see what's going to look best. And I'm now taking the second white nail, and I decided to apply some crystals on that one. So I'm going in with my Macart Rhinestone Glue Gel, and I'm just placing a line from the top of the nail right to the bottom, one straight line. And I'm just going to apply crystals basically across that whole line. So I'm going to start off right in the middle, and I'm going to place a big white crystal, just like a silvery clear, I guess clear, I think they're clear, I don't know, crystal right in the middle. And then I'm just going to follow that method where, you know, you've got a big one in the middle, and gradually the further you're out, the smaller crystals you're using. And I'm going to go in and out where it's 1 silver, 1 pink, 1 silver, 1 pink, until oh, there's a moment where I don't have any more pink crystals that are small enough. So I ended up just stopping with the pink ones and just carrying on with one size, the smallest silver ones I had. So you notice at the end of it, there's about 3 or 4 on both ends where it's just silvers and silvers and silvers. There's not a lot of pinks. But luckily it's not too noticeable, which is quite nice. And it was also the first time I did a crystal placement like that ever, which is so funny because I've been doing nails for such a long time now, and I've never thought of doing crystals right from the top of the nail for like a whole line going right down to the bottom. So yeah, I feel like crystals are still an area where I'm not too comfortable in. As much as I love crystals and I like the whole idea with it, it almost feels like I'm too nervous to experiment, which is so frustrating. Although I do have such a beautiful set coming up. It's for Born Pretty sent me some gorgeous gel polishes, and I ended up doing a set with them, and they came out so beautifully. Super excited for it. And I also decided to experiment, and I went on Pinterest, found some crystal placement ideas, and I ended up redoing one of them, and oh my goodness, I'm so happy with it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I think it's so beautiful. So keep an eye out for it because it should be up very soon. The nail design is done. I still need to film it and edit it and voice it, but hopefully that shouldn't take too long. But yeah, I love it. It's so gorgeous. It literally screams summer to me. I'd love to wear those nails on like a summer vacay of like a tan and everything because they're like neon colors. Oh gosh, beautiful. Love it. So yeah, as you can see here is where I ran out of those pink crystals. So I'm just following with those silver ones. And for this nail, I found it so difficult to keep it as straight as possible. I did my best, but there's areas where I'm like I can see it's not exactly fully straight, but I can't do anything now. I ridiculed it. Yes. So we've got 1 more nail left, and we'll be using the Glitter Bells Unbelievable Gel because I quite like the idea that it cures tack-free, and I wanted it glossy, so I wanted there to be like a contrast between the glossy and the matte. So here, once again, another bit where I was struggling. Just this video was a massive pain for me. I don't know why, because it's such a simple design, but that it just wasn't working. Like, this line isn't straight. I had to go off camera, fixed it up as much as I possibly could anyways. So I am doing 2 lines right at the top of the nail, but leaving a slight gap in between each one, and also leaving a slight gap from the very top of the nail, because in that little area we're going to go in with a dotting tool and do some dots, which I believe I'm about to do right now. Yep. So I'm just going to do dots. And then after that, I'm also going to apply dots on the other side of those lines, if that makes sense. So where we place the first line, we're going to do dots at the bottom of that line as well. There we go. And then after those dots, we're going to do another line at the bottom of those dots. Oh, this is going to be so funny to kind of explain because it's just lines and dots on lines. We are going to do a little flower as well, which is kind of cute. So we've got those dots. We're going to do one more line underneath those dots. If I can make it straight, that'd be great. I feel like that was one of those lines I did end up going off camera as well to fix up and make it straight as possible. Yeah, I think it might be. Yep. And then once I did that line, I went in with a dotting tool and then I'm kind of dotting little dots on the line just enough so that the half of the circle is going to be sticking out. So that's what that one is looking like. And now it's time for a flower. So I'm going in and I'm dotting one little dot in the middle. That's going to be the center of our flower. And then around it, I'm going to do dots to kind of symbolize the petals that we'll be creating. So altogether, I feel like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dots all around. And then you'll see the method that I'll be using to create those little flowers. And it's such a simple method. It's so simple. At least I hope it's simple and you guys find it simple. But I found it really easy to do. And also I've never done flowers like this before. So this was kind of my first time trying it. And it worked out really well. So I'm sure you guys can do it. So don't be scared if you see this and go, oh gosh, I can't do this. You can. I know you can. It's so easy. Trust me. So I'm going over our nail art brush. And I'm just doing a very faint little line. Kind of going all the way towards the little dot in the middle. And then I'm kind of trying to connect, once you do that one line, I'm trying to connect each side of that dot to that line at the top. So it's almost like the petal's quite thick at the top and then gradually becoming thinner by the bottom, if that makes sense. So that's what I do. I believe I didn't do the whole thing on camera. I ended up going off camera just for the angles. I wanted to make sure it looks really nice. So there we go. That's what the flower is looking like. And then just some final finishing touches. We're going to do a line right there. And we're also going to do that dotting tool thing on top of it to create those like half circles sticking out of it. And then once that one is done, we're going to do a dotting set once again underneath that line without the other line, just the dots. And then after that, we're going to do 2 more extra lines by themselves underneath that one. And then one final little tiny little dot right at the bottom. And, I think at the bottom, we'll see what I actually achieve here. I don't actually have them right in front of me, so I'm kind of guessing what I'm going to do. Oh, I don't think there's going to, yeah, no, there's no space for a final dot at the bottom. But this is what it's looking like. And this is the final results. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.